Let's take a look at the best Huawei phone you can buy on Amazon today. And as usual, we have the links to all the smartphones mentioned in this video in the description below. And make sure you like and subscribe for more videos like this. Number 5. Huawei Mate 20 Pro. Just like its successor, the Huawei Mate 20 Pro is still a great device to buy if you get the right price. The device looks amazing with the aluminum frame and glass back with gradient color shift design. You also get a wide range of color variants such as emerald green, midnight blue, twilight, pink, gold, and black. On the front, you get 6.39 inches to display with a screen resolution of 1440 by 3120 pixels. The display has a rectangular notch for the front camera and some basic sensors. Apart from this, it is also HDR10 supported. The Corning Gorilla Glass 5 protection and IP68 dust water resistant are also appreciated. The device is powered by a fairly powerful Kirin 980 processor paired with 6 or 8 gigs of RAM. The UFS 2.1 storage ensures faster read and write speeds. Moving on to the optics, you have a triple camera setup on the back with a 40 megapixel main sensor, Leica optics, and 3x optical zoom. On the front, you have a 24 megapixel selfie camera. When it comes to security, the device offers Face ID and under-display optical fingerprint scanner. You can also expect a great battery backup out of this device. It has a 4200 mAh battery and can charge up to 70% in just 30 minutes, thanks to the 40-watt fast charging, and on top of that, you get 15 watts fast wireless charging. Number 4. Huawei Y9 Prime 2019. Huawei Y9 Prime is another budget device from the company. The device was launched in 2019 as an upgrade to the Y9 with few improvements. Design-wise, you get a plastic back with a two-toned color design very similar to what we have seen with Google Pixel devices. On the front, you get a bezel-less design with no notch at all. Instead, there's a motorized pop-up front-facing camera. The display is an LTPS IPS LCD with a screen size of 6.59 inches. Corning Gorilla Glass protection is also present on this device. When it comes to software, you get Magic UI 2.1 on top of Android 9.0. Pie. The performance on this device is not so great, but if for day-to-day use, you won't feel the difference. The one place this falls behind is the gaming performance. In terms of memory, you get 4 GB of RAM and 64 or 128 GB of internal storage. The camera on this device is decent and performs just like any other phone in this range. On the back, you get a triple camera setup with a 16 megapixel main sensor, while on the front, you get a 16 megapixel motorized pop-up selfie camera. The battery backup is also great. It has a large 4000 mAh battery inside. Number 3. Huawei P30 LITE. The Huawei P30 LITE is a toned-down version of the P30 Pro. It shares a very similar design to the P30 or P30 Pro, but comes at half the price. You get a glossy glass back with a plastic frame that comes in 3 different color variants: peacock blue, midnight black, and pearl white. On the front, you have a 6.15-inch IPS LCD display with 84.2% screen-to-body ratio. However, the display quality is not that great, and the kind of protection the display has is unspecified, probably Gorilla Glass 3. The display also has a small notch for front camera. Talking about performance, Huawei has provided a mid-range Kirin 710 processor paired with 4 gigs of RAM. The phone performs fairly well for all day-to-day usage. Moving on to the cameras, the phone features a triple rear-facing camera setup with a 48-megapixel main sensor, while on the front, you get a single 24-megapixel selfie camera. Unlike the P30 or P30 Pro, the LITE version comes with a rear-mounted fingerprint scanner. The same case is with the battery too. The battery life on this one is not impressive. You get a 3,340 mAh battery along with 18 watts fast charging support. It could have been better. Number 2. Huawei Mate 30 Pro. Here's another powerhouse from Huawei. This is an exceptional piece of hardware. The phone looks futuristic in whole aluminum and glass body too, with Gorilla Glass 6 protection. On the back, you get a matte finish design with an array of color variants such as black, space silver, cosmic purple, and emerald green. Just like the back, the front of the device is also gorgeous. You get an OLED display with a 94.1% screen-to-body ratio. The display curves to the sides, and you get a rectangle notch for the dual front-facing cameras. Apart from the regular protection, you also have IP68 dust water resistant. The Mate 30 Pro is powered by the Kirin 990 chipset paired with 8 gigs of RAM. You also get UFS 3.0 storage, which offers amazing read and write speeds. Talking about optics, you get a quad camera setup on the back with a 40 megapixel primary lens, OIS, and 3x optical zoom. On the front, you get a dual selfie camera. Just like the P30 Pro, this phone also has an amazing battery life with a 4,500 mAh battery, 40 watts fast charging, and 27-watt wireless charging support. In terms of security, this phone offers Face ID and under-display fingerprint scanner. This device doesn't come with any Google app support, so you have to live with that. Number 1. Huawei P30 Pro. Starting off the list with Huawei's latest flagship device is the P30 Pro. This has been a tough year for Huawei lately, but the P30 Pro is something which makes the company stand out amongst others. This is an excellent phone with an excellent camera and an outstanding design, and comes at a very competitive price. You get an aluminosilicate glass back with gradient design. Although it is slippery, it looks amazing. The screen is also amazing. You get a Super AMOLED display with very minimal bezels. You also have a small notch for the front camera. The device is also IP68 dust and water resistant. The device is powered by the company's own Kirin 980 flagship processor paired with 6 or 8 gigs of RAM. The camera on this phone is also super versatile. You get a quad camera setup on the back with a 40 megapixel primary camera, OIS, 5x optical zoom, while the front you get a 32 megapixel selfie camera. Another amazing feature you get on this device is the impressive battery backup, along with 40 watts fast charging support, which can completely charge the device in less than 45 minutes. So, if you can live with Huawei's version of Android, then the P30 Pro is an excellent device to buy right now. And a bonus, the Huawei Honor 20 Pro. The Huawei P20 Pro is another great and successful device from the company. Although it was released a few months ago, it is a great device to buy even now if found at an amazing price. The phone has got an aluminum finish and matte finish glass back, which comes in a couple of different color variants. On the front, you get a 6.26-inch OLED display. It has a 19.5:9 aspect ratio and a side-mounted fingerprint scanner. The display quality is really great, and the best part is the Corning Gorilla Glass 5 protection. The device runs on Android 9.0 Pie based on Magic UI 2.1. Powering up the device is the Kirin 980 processor paired with 8 GB of RAM. The phone is still an amazing performer for all day-to-day tasks as well as gaming needs. When it comes to optics, you get a quad camera setup on the back with a 48-megapixel primary lens with OIS and a 3x optical zoom. For taking selfies, you get a 32-megapixel front camera. This device is also great in terms of battery backup. You get a large 4,000 milliamp hour battery along with 22.5 watts fast charging support. So, is it a great idea to buy this device now? Well, yes, only if you get this at a discounted price. Thanks for watching.